guys, and welcome to another episode of the JoinMyTrip Travel Astrology Show with me, Alex. I hope you've had a lovely 2 weeks. I know this episode is coming a little later than usual, so if you have been waiting patiently, thank you very much. So, what is the topic of the coming 4 weeks, you ask? And it is a very, very important topic close to many people's hearts. It's packing tips. So we've all been faced with the challenge of what do I pack? What do I have to keep in mind when packing? What do I have to keep in mind before packing? So this actually has a lot to do with your star sign as well, believe it or not. So of course there is a lot of other factors that play into it, but your star sign actually determines lots of things. For example, your style of packing. So for example, if you like to pack 3 weeks in advance or on the day of traveling, if you love to overpack, if you love to underpack, etc. There's lots of things that play into this sort of sphere, but of course we all have been struggling in the past, I am sure. So I thought, why not help you out a bit? And yeah, according to your star sign, you can keep these tips in the back of your mind for your next travel and for your next adventure. And yeah, for the time when it comes to packing your rucksack, your suitcase, anything. And yeah, you can go back to this episode or the episode that is determines your star sign. So as always, we will split it up in different weeks according to the elements. So again, the first element is the element of fire. So we are talking Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So yes, if you are one of those three, make sure to carry on watching, and if you're not, don't worry, your star sign will come up in the following weeks. So let's get started. Let's get started with the Leo. So as you all know, we have spoken about this before, the Leo is a very confident star sign. So they are sort of very sure in themselves, and they are, just very confident. But with that confidence, sometimes, of course, comes a bit of a, let's not call it flaw, but you know what I mean. So they like to put things off quite a bit to the last minute, because they're sort of, think, you know what, I have this sorted, I have everything, I know what I'm packing, I don't have to pack 4 days in advance, I can pack on the day. So they are very last minute. So just sort of a tip would be to not leave every sort of packing adventure to the last minute, because that's when you are prone to forgetting stuff. Because of course, when you are in a rush and you're already thinking about 4 other different things, packing sort of just seems like a really annoying chore, and you just want to get it done really quickly. So usually a Leo would know exactly what they want to pack, what they need to bring, etc. But with that little bit of a issue of the time, they are prone to forgetting important stuff. So the packing tip here would just fight your instincts of delaying to starting to pack. So just make sure to set aside a little bit of time and get ready maybe 2 days in advance. And yeah, this will give you plenty of time to remember those important things. And of course, we all also know that life is a party for a Leo. So Leos are sociable beings. They like to party. They like to meet friends. So one little added extra I would bring on a trip if I was a Leo would be a little cocktail set. So these come in all different sizes, and they come in really small sizes already as well. So never mind if there's delays or something is going wrong, or maybe even you've just arrived and the first thing on your mind is a little drink. So yes, some cocktail set have everything included, from recipe cards to the muddler. So yeah, you can arrive and share your first toast with your travel buddies. Okay guys, so next up is the Sagittarius. Yay! So Sagittarians are prone to sentimentality, so they get really attached to some sort of things or places. So your biggest sort of packing challenge is choosing items that you actually definitely need, and not just packing them for sort of emotional attachment. So when you are deciding what to bring, try and imagine whether you will actually use it and actually need it, and everything that you don't need and will use, just leave it to one side and don't worry about it. So yes, one packing tip would be to always leave a little bit of space for that souvenir that you might be bringing back, because Sagittarians do like to bring back souvenirs just to remind them of that very special place that they've been traveling to. So always sort of pack a little less so that you can bring back more. And Sagittarians are often sort of full of energy, so a little bit of a extra travel tips. You see these packing trips are a little bit on the extra side. It would be a little USB diffuser. So you can get these in really small sizes, and you can get really sort of calming scents like lavender, lemongrass, really nice scents that you can just plug in, for example, into your hostel room or anywhere that there's a plug. And you can just take those 10 minutes to wind down, calm down, so that you're sort of recharged, full of new exciting energy again. But yeah, just make sure to take those minutes, maybe even half an hour for yourself. Of course, that's not always possible, but yeah, just try, because it will really help you, because then you're not sort of always on to the next thing with your mind already, and you can just chill and you can calm down a little bit. So next up is the Aries. So as an Aries, you are very highly ambitious and driven, but you often start projects, sort of more projects that you can actually finish. You tend to have a lot on your plate, thinking that you can finish everything, but usually sometimes you can't. So when it comes to packing, you might think you've got it all figured out ahead of time, but then your impatience sometimes gets the best of you, and you find yourself sort of rushing to get it over and done with and get on with the trip. But of course, like I said before, packing is a really sort of important step of your adventure, because if you pack really badly, you sort of regret not taking things, you regret taking too many things, etc. So it is worth it to spend that bit of extra time on packing. So our packing tip would be that, of course, you are very naturally organized, but you do need to take your time. So make a list and stick to it. So beforehand, make a list and make sure that you're planning, okay, what am I doing? I'm going away for 5 days. This means I need this many outfits. And yeah, just make sure that you sort of end up actually sticking to that list, and that you actually pack everything that you need, but not more. And yeah, something that you will end up using more than once maybe. So yeah, but important, make a list and stick to it. And as we all know, an Aries loves to go on an adventure and hates to deal with the little mundane chores of life. So you like to have a good time. So when it comes to traveling, so the last thing you want to do is to organize a suitcase or a backpack. So a really, really great tip for an Aries is packing cubes. So you might have seen them before. They're these cubes where you can really organize everything. So for example, this is your cube for tops, this is your cubes for underwear, etc. And it makes it super easy and quick to sort of get the cube out that you need and leave everything else in the suitcase. And this will really maximize the packing space of your suitcase or backpack. And they are just really, really great when it comes to organizing everything, which sometimes can be a little bit difficult and annoying on a trip, as we all know. So yes, that was the tip for the Aries. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed these packing tips for the fire signs. Next up are the water signs, so make sure to check the next episode out next week. I hope you enjoyed this one, and yeah, if you're still looking for travel buddies, make sure to check out JoinMyTrip.com, and you might have the most amazing adventure of your life with other Aries or other Sagittarians, or maybe a completely mixed set of star signs who will all have an amazing time. Okay guys, thanks for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment if you agree or disagree with some of the things that I've said. I would love to read them. Thanks guys, bye bye.